I can go over what I've been doing with the classes and all that to get you guys up to speed with what everyone's doing in the game plan that we're working on. I can go through some I guess offensive manoeuvres for the upcoming tournaments, something like that, from a couple of positions. Or I can go through a new system that I'm working that Professor Tyrone and myself have been working on, a valley down system, which Tyrone's going to be using in the battlegrounds. It's quite a detailed system, but we work it from 3 positions. So the valley down system, which is competition, 100% competition orientated. The systems that I'm running in the classes at the moment, which is from the guard, which is the grab, roller, sweep options, armbar, triangle sweeps, and the third option is it's a what I call offside attacks, and they're done from like side control, they're done from near right and things. So if you guys want the valley down system, offside system, or the class system, which one would you want? That I've been working on. Let me start from the mount position. We'll come back to the mount position in a second. I'll show you how we're working. Okay. So this is a combination of offside. So this is kind of how we're starting the system. Is my partner has hands in, and I'm having trouble attacking my partner. So they're not giving me access to him. It's not giving me access. So what I'm going to do is offside is I take my right knee backwards and I squeeze my left knee. So it's not going to hurt you. But if you try to rescue the guard, do you understand? Yeah, so which hand you're gonna, yeah. So as far as this goes, it's a really easy system to start to set up the triangle. And I know which way you're gonna go because you can't push this leg in, and 9 out of 10 times you're either gonna hip escape that side, right? Can you feel how I'm baiting you? So a lot of time that where I'll mount our focus is keeping this position here. The downfall about it is because I'm central, he can push me left, right, up or down. So everything's pretty even, and I don't know what he's going to do. Where if I go down, so I'm kind of like, and I'm sitting off center. So I know that because he can't push this knee, and I'm kind of turning. So 9 out of 10 times I'm either going to hip escape, so it's this. Right, and now I'm going to be nice to you because I know you're half asleep. I throw my butt cheek onto his stomach and I try and wind him to get the action. So I throw my butt cheek, boom, you feel, and I hold. So most reactions from here is I go and start to turn. Once I've turned the triangle or the armbar, but see what I'm doing to this arm? So I'm trying not to be heavy, but I can feel them right on your diaphragm. Here. So to make you roll, this stuff is, I push the hand in and I drive. So yeah, you have to react to it. So he's either going to tap or he's going to start to roll. When he starts to roll, that enables for you the super deep triangle. Offside centre with an arm wrap. Fin, chop down. Again, the downfall that I found when I started to play the mount position was, and this is like on the mats it's different. This is what it was. If they know that I'm a heavy mount player, they're not going to give me too much or anything like that. And anytime that I go to attack, they can wrap my arm and push away. So what I started to do was I'd go here, my right knee slides backwards, but I'm kind of turning my foot in, so right knee. And what I'm doing is I'm driving my left knee into my partner to get, so that's the most, because you don't really have any other options. So it's this. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to take the wind out of him by going extended step and my hip, boom. Yeah, like, you know, I'm trying to like be heavy. If you can't do the splits, turn your foot and it's even heavier. Okay, so here, this is the part that I started to play around with. I'll push this arm here and that allows, yeah. So here is I don't go to the elbow, I was pushing, yeah. So you have to react to it. So, thank you, tied up, don't come up, tied up from the side. Why don't I come up? He can't move. Once he's onto his knees, he gets some defense. So I just start to cinch it. And squeeze it. How'd that feel?
Right.
So I don't want to roll over and give you that option to be able to post up and get your posture. I'm going to try and finish you offside. So that butt and solar plex is the one that's going to get that that reaction. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. The difference is jump like that. Because if you're up against someone that's, you know, like really strong, they've got a strong neck and all that, and if there's 10 seconds or 15 seconds left in the fight, they're going to camp out on that, like they're not going to tap just the pain compliance on the neck, so I need to have this ability to put you to sleep. And at the end of the day, like, guys, away please. And at the end of the day, like, I want to be able to put, I want you to go to sleep, right? So what I'm seeing, I'm going to go a little bit subtle, is my right knee, like I'm sliding down and in to turn the hips. So I've almost kind of like got the triangle. What I'm doing is I'm posting backwards to turn so that there's this huge, does that kind of make sense? So if he tries to do the hip escape or to try to push that, okay, so it's down, step. What I'm seeing from here is this is, as we're stepping, you guys, you're putting your weight here, and see how there's no weight on your partner, like you can move and like, so I want that. So watch this. Is you're attacking here, I want to attack. Feel the difference on that. Where if I attack here, you can move, I'll try not to be too heavy on your time, you can move left to right. Once I get this here, and once I start to drive this hip, it's pretty much, yeah, like I'm going to, and now I can start to finish it. The most common thing is people are going to buck. So buck from here, lock it up, and come back. So see the angle, I'm trying not to squeeze too tight at that time, is that okay? You sure you're okay? Your face is really red. So now I go here, and I just keep pulling that. So I'm trying to be nice. It's just a horrible position to drill because I'm carrying my weight. So you're going to tap from that. Like it's not like you're going to be pain compliance or I'll camp it out. You're definitely going to tap. And the most common actually is people go belly down on that, and you're going to get that really nice triangle, that deep triangle on it. Or that was the shoulder. You feel on your shoulder? Yeah, like a shoulder. Okay, so exaggerate everything so you guys can see the motions and things. So once again is from here, I kind of kick it. So I'm going to go kick, squeeze, off center, boom. So what I'm saying is you guys, you're putting your foot on the ground. I want that. Well, now it's this. You have to go. Does that like you have to go? Turn the corner, post, lock it up, and now. Like it's so tight. You have to either go belly down or you're going to tap. If you go belly down, just squeeze those knees, the choke's going to be on instantly. Okay. 1, 2, 3. How to use the mounted triangle, and a lot of them were having trouble finishing it, getting rolled over, and the person was just posting and they couldn't finish the triangle from the guard position. Or, you know, like you've been in a position where you've got the triangle from the guard and they've got the good posture, it's harder to finish them. So I wanted to take the fight out of that where we're not necessarily in the fight. The second one that I started to play around with, and I've taught you guys this before, and I know you guys are good at it, but I see you guys get to positions when you're rolling and you don't capitalize on it. So I've got two major positions that we're going to work from. The first one is a really bizarre grip. It's one of my favourite grips I use from the guard, and it sets up the triangle, it sets up the sweep, and it sets up the field finishes. The actual initial gripping is a little bit unique. Okay, so let's grab our thing inside my guard. It's a cross grip, and you can use this grip if you want to. The hardest part about it is that to get my second grip, I need to make sure that I can get behind the elbow. So what I normally do is I go hip bump, hand comes up, and I grip. So right now is Flynn's got the ability to pull his elbow out. He wants the elbow out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the elbow down from here. Come on the other side now, Tony. Now, this is a game. I generally try and see what my partner's doing or how he's reacting. The first thing I like to do is I like to push my arms dead straight towards his knee and pull my knees to my chest. Because he can't post, because the shoulders turned, you've got nowhere to go. So it's a cross grip, and this is the hardest part about bench training. I raise my hips, but I turn my hips. I come under and I push it down. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that my hands top open so he can't hand fight. Yeah. So I shove it down, bring my knees forward, trap. I make sure he's in the V to my neck. To stop him from hand fighting is I don't come to here because my hand's exposed or lose a grip. Yeah. So I pinch and my elbow goes to his back. Once his elbow, can you feel what that does? So that puts the pressure onto his neck. And also it's quite painful in the middle of his back. Like my legs, you've got long legs, so you've got a body triangle. And you can body triangle from there, and that's the game over. There's no way they're going to get out of that. Right, so off the body triangle, done. Okay? It's in one of the PTs I've taught you, but this is one of those ones that, right, I think that the way you guys are on and how you're moving, you're going to get more benefit out of this now than what you did before. So and I can go like this, right? So he's got the posture, I'm having trouble. So the key is I go raise my hips, pull my legs, and cross grip. So I know he's going to fight, so I've got to put my body behind him. So Tyron tries to pull the hand out, push it down towards the knees, come under, my elbow goes to the middle of his back. How's that feel? Now you guys are gonna, how's that feel? How's that body lock? It's been such a good position for you guys. Push their turn, everything's exposed. When you lock that up, it's so tight and it's really hard. So the key factors, once again, is that if they're stronger than me or I'm having a fight, this isn't enough. I need this. And what you're going to find is that they're going to try and hand fight. So a lot of time they're going to try, because I'm kind of going here, they go, I want my hand backwards. So that's the perfect opportunity on that motion to take it here. So my leg goes down, push, now pull forwards and pull my hand out. Wrap it. If I get underneath the arm, I'm going to do that in a second, so we're aiming for this. I will do if I get underneath it. I don't bring my hands over because there's too much space, so I'm here. What I'm doing is I'll pull my wrist towards me, that lifts the chin. My elbow goes to the back. Kick the hip. Does that body lock feel tight? Yeah, and you're going to be squeezing your body lock. To make this work is, instead of trying to lift the chin up, instead of trying to lift the chin up, I pull everything in. Feel the difference on that trunk. So I'm not trying to lift up and extend because it's going to create spaces. I'm doing the opposite. I'm contracting from here. What do you think? If you guys, so this is there. If I go here, I'm never going to break them off because I'm never going to get it to where I want it to be. So what I find for me, this is the part that made it work, is I go like that. And everyone goes, oh, my arm opens. Cool. That's the ability for me. Now start treating. Yeah. But, and what Michael did is the most common reaction where everyone face plants. But keep it here. Don't undo your hands, keep it straight. Pull. Right? Now, apart. 1, 2, here. Now, I'm on the side from it. Guess what? It makes zero difference to me. I haven't done my body lock yet. So what I'm saying is, anytime I'm lifting up here, can you see this? Yeah. So what I'm doing is, once I'm here, is I roll, it's compressed, everything is compressed in. So keep the hip, and now you feel, yes, I'm sorry, I know that you have. But once I lock that body lock up, and I get the neck, they get that, which one do I try and get rid of? So I know you've got sorry, but don't treat it like this is a compression, and I'm compressing, and I'm compressing, so that I'm like a bowl constrictor, just taking everything out of you. Let's go again, guys. Don't be afraid. Watch where my hands go. You're here. Where am I? So I'm using that same mechanic that we did from the mounted position. So I'm pulling the elbow up to get the roll. If I'm down here, he's going to lay on my arms. Yeah. So what I'm doing is my right hand's going down, my left hand's going up. Right. So that's going to be that mechanic that pulls it. Come over, pull my arm out. So see the squeeze? Deep, deep, kick. Now, you okay with time? So I pull everything into my belt. So once I come out here and I've got this, I have to have this hand on top because it stops the hand fighting. So I need this hand on top because from underneath, he's going to bring his hand on top of my hand and I can't bring it out, so I always need my hand on top. Secondly, is the motion that we did where I'm pushing the hand towards the hip that we did from the mounted triangle, it's the same thing. So once I'm here, I'm going to go and turn you. And the more that I start hip escape, give your shoulders go. Are you okay? Did it hurt? So the more that I hip escape, the more that I've got this ability to start to just take the sweep in the arm. So what I'm saying is, I'm not, if I can't get it, I have so many options to attack from. But, so, hand on top, hand on top, hand on top, hand on top, hip up, hand under, hand on top, punch it, right hand extends, pull hip escape, trap micro, so I'm onto his back, we adjust, here. Cable grip it to the back, so I'm not here, I'm riding nice and tight and squeeze. Not much room for you to escape from me. 1, 2, 3, change the game plan. The thing that happened is the two magnets is either going to post or not post. That's the kind of most common thing. So 1, 2, boom, boom, push it down, and I'm here from underneath it. So the downfall on this one is exactly, I'll get the same grip, I don't change my grip. So I think that's that. My head must be over his head, my head can't be under. My head must be over his head. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to hip escape and come up. Now, just squeeze the life out of you. So it's a head arm. It's more like everything's just compressed. You will go to sleep, but it'll be a real painful sleep. Right? Do you reckon that choke is painful? Choke. See if I can get the pain. So, and this is why I need you guys to get that grip motion, is because once I'm here, hand high, hand low, and undays, and so I can't get that grip because it's too wide. So I need to get the habit of this grip. Hip escape, head goes on top once I'm here. Now, I just simply hold my hand this way so that it's harder for him to pull the arm out. But if I turn it, you can already feel, yes. So yeah, grip it. Now what I'm doing is, think about space, I'm kicking him down so that I'm on top of him, and I just slow squeeze. Okay? It's horrible, hey? So these two mechanics that I'm doing are identical, right? And the concept behind it is that I'm on top of your back, you're carrying my weight, and I'm squeezing on the side that you need to post. What? Pull, here. So first of all, cup. So that's harder. And now, this is like, a question I got when I started teaching this was, what happens if he pulls a hand up? So I go, hand fight, I'm like, okay, we'll just go back to our standard grip. So, and that's a common thing as well. So the thing I'm saying is, I do the same kick, I pull, I kick, and I pull him down. I now recup and squeeze. And if I'm having trouble finishing my partner, what hurt more, the body lock or the choke? Yeah, but the body lock was enough to make you uncomfortable. Yep. Would you tap from that? So, I'm not going to do the choke. So the concept that I see that when people get this choke is that when they choke, they go like that. See this distance? So what I want is when I'm choking, it's can you feel that, how that's, yeah, so that, wherever I'm here, or like there's too much, so when I'm choking, it's palm up, so my hands up tight, and I cup in here so that it's in the wedge, so I'm trying to cup right in that little fulcrum of my bicep and my forearm. Yeah. What I do is I'll go on top of him. Can you feel the, so I'm tight, so he tries to move. Nice. Now pull my elbows into my belly button and extend for the choke. So pull my elbow into the belly button and extend for the choke. Choke or crank? Straight choke, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. And you guys are probably going to get this without the small details, but when you come across like a high-level competitor, they're going to fight you a bit more, so we need the smaller details to see everything up together. So one of the things is I go raise, pull, and the concept behind that is think about this way, the more that I pull forward up with my left hand up and my right hand down, the more I'm going to get the turn. Does that make sense? The more I get the turn, I pull in and I come underneath from here. So the first thing is I need to grip it. So when I'm gripping that is I come up on top of my partner. So come out this way. So see my head's over my partner, and Michael's taller than me, but I'm over him. Does that kind of make sense? So what happens is now is once I'm here, I get my grip. Okay. I can adjust, come here, palms up. So if he tries to pull his arm out, I don't. Where if I'm this, you can really feel the difference on the screen from that. So here. So what I do is I come here, and what I'm seeing you guys doing is you're trying to pull him backwards. So what I'm doing is I'm coming under and I'm slow squeezing. Once I'm slow squeezing, the choke's pretty much on. Now, if I'm having trouble finishing the choke, I hit the escape. I'm not trying to get too hard. I hit escape, I start to compress. If I'm still having trouble because they're stalling this, I re-cinch this and pull it in. So what I'm saying is that you guys, your bottom, okay, there, Michael? My bottom elbow is, the more that goes under, the more that the choke comes on. The more that my elbow comes out, the less the choke. You can feel that difference. So what I'm saying is you guys, you're here, and you're going, I'll do the choke, and you're doing that. What I want is the elbow comes in, and now I squeeze so the choke comes on. So I'm kind of like doing a shrimp over your back to consult. The more that I do that motion, the better it is for you. The more I do this motion, the better it is for me. So try and shrimp over the top of them to make that bice a little bit tighter. 1, 2, 3.